I started drawing when I was like maybe 3. I don't know, my earliest memories are of me drawing, and I remember I would spend hours just like sitting outside and drawing like flowers and stuff like that as a kid. I was really quiet and reserved and like very much an introvert, so I think I grew up and art was always just like a part of my life. Hey y'all, I'm Denise Yookong Williams. I go by Dee. I'm a PhD student at UNC School of Social Work. My brother was 14 when he passed away by suicide, and he was very much just like the light of my life. I think I was more of like the little obnoxious sister at the time, but he was my role model and I wanted to do everything that he did. So he played baseball, I wanted to play baseball. He was on the Boy Scouts, I wanted to be on the Boy Scouts because they did all the cool stuff. Jeffrey was like really talented at soccer and he was very much like the ladies' man. So he was very good looking and everybody had a crush on Jeffrey, and his personality was just really warm and inviting, and he was hilarious. And so I think that he just brought sunshine to a lot of people's lives. Sometimes I think the grief was so big that I couldn't have words to formulate it, and so it was like, well, pictures and colors and lines and abstract things or whatever was just a way for me to kind of get it out, and it was very cathartic for me. I'm working on an art-based intervention. I'm really wanting to center queer, BIPOC youth who have experienced either an exposure to suicide, so whether that's somebody in your circle that has attempted suicide or has struggled with suicidal ideation, or if there was a suicide loss or suicide death, and having them use art to kind of create a series of self-portraits. We're looking at life and their identity like before the suicide exposure, after, and then present day, to see like how has your relationship with the suicide loss or suicide exposure changed you, because it changes people. Suicide is hard to talk about, right? And so I know that, so how can we make people feel more empowered and also safe to be able to like do this? Because I would hope that we can bring these portraits to an art gallery and do an art exhibit for the community to really augment voices that have not really been heard in the suicide prevention and suicide postvention realm, but also raise awareness, because suicide rates and suicidal ideation are rising in our Black and brown youth, it's rising in our queer youth, and I don't think that it's because there's anything wrong with our youth as individuals. I think as a society and as mental health systems, we are failing in a lot of ways, and so like, where can we improve these systems to help people lead better lives? We need to be able to talk about when things are hard and when we're struggling, so that we can normalize asking for help and seeking help, because if we don't talk about it, nothing's gonna get fixed. We're just all gonna be in the darkness, but if we can bring light to that, that's really important, and that's why I do the work that I do.